but I'm happy that you are saying you might want to be flexible going forward, including other guests who are here. I hope that they will not be offended if I don't call them by name and title, because we need to save time. Now, Honorable Speaker, allow me to greet your House and your guests from corner to corner. I'm greeting everybody and respecting their titles, all of them. Now, Honorable Speaker, borrowing from the development theory of acoustics, we are adamant that the physical, social, and economic aspects of human settlements are interconnected and must be considered as a whole in order to create sustainable and livable communities. The attainment of livability and sustainability within these communities can only occur within the realm of governance and development as enshrined within our local government and traditional affairs structure. It is thus by no fault of design that we present the 2023-2024 budget vote number 9 and budget vote number 14 for both the departments. Madam Speaker, the need for agency in the delivery of responsive services cannot be overemphasized. Development must be fast-tracked, and we will not allow the culture of incompetence in the local government sphere to be a barrier against the development of our people. In 2023-24, we will have to be radically decisive in dealing with this culture if we are to bring about changes and inspire hope amongst our people. Now, Madam Speaker, we draw our courage from the words of President Cyril Ramaphosa when in his State of the Nation address he proclaimed, "We are at our most essential, a nation defined by hope and resilience." This radical approach is a catalyst we need to successfully implement our twin mandates, that is, providing adequate and sustainable integrated human settlements that improve the quality of lives. 2, providing democratic and accountable government for local communities, ensuring that provision of services to communities is in a sustainable manner, whilst promoting social and economic development, central to which is our traditional authorities. Madam Speaker, I present herein our vision for the fulfillment of this mandate for 2023-2024 financial year. And I will begin with vote number 9, which is a cooperative governance and traditional affairs. Madam Speaker, load shedding is a reality which we are faced with, and it has affected the operations of wastewater and water treatment plants in our province. The adversity of load shedding on the efficiency and reliability of wastewater and water treatment plant network cannot be overemphasized. And it means as a department we have no option, but we'll need to intervene, and we must intervene expeditiously. And in this instance, we are engaging a number of stakeholders, including other countries that are particularly part of the BRICS family. That is why we are now in discussion with a Chinese company that specializes in funding, construction, and operation of small to medium-sized energy plants. It is envisaged, Madam Speaker, that from these discussions, and if we are successful, these plans will be implemented in different municipalities in our province. We have also engaged the military veterans, working together with a Hitachi company, which is a Swiss company that specializes in developing and funding or turning waste into energy efficient sources. We have therefore identified Madibeng, we have identified JB Max, we have identified Moses Kotani, and we might also want to include Ditsobotla as part of the, will go collect waste, turn that waste into energy and supply our people with sustainable energy. So we are at an advanced stage, and we will complete this exercise, and I'm happy that the Department of COCTA at the national level is also in engagement with our veterans, including these companies, in order for them to come on board. Madam Speaker, the state of local government in our province calls for an urgent intervention. The general performance of municipalities has over the years been on a downward slope. One of the key enablers of this unpalatable state of affairs is the high vacancy rate in senior management positions, which undermines the effectiveness and efficient execution of local government mandate. On the 1st of March this year, I issued a directive to all municipalities that by the end of April this year, all senior management positions should have been filled. And 2 weeks ago, we met with all of them, all the mayors, the MMs, the CFOs, and so on, in order for them to give us a feedback in responding positively to what the MEC has requested them to do. I must hasten to say, Honorable Premier, that I'm a bit disappointed because as we speak, only 50% of the positions of municipal managers have been filled, and 45% of other senior positions in municipalities have been filled, which is quite disturbing. I've therefore given them an extension till end of June to have done this exercise, failing which we'll have no options but consequence management must kick in, because it will indicate that there is a serious problem of capacity at that level, and changes will have to be done. During the 2022-2023 financial year, we conducted empowerment workshops to strengthen municipalities to comply with anti-corruption measures. Unfortunately, again, the compliance continues to be unsatisfactory. And in collaboration with other key stakeholders, we will and will never give up, continue to strengthen the capacity of our municipalities to fully comply with anti-corruption policy schemes. Because if we don't deal with this corruption, we are going to encounter these problems of our municipalities not being able to deliver. The department will further strengthen a targeted training support to councillors to enable them to meaningfully execute their political oversight. And we will also ensure that what committees are also capacitated to be fully functional and effective. In our radar for this current financial year, we have set 15 training projects which are meant to benefit 740 councillors, municipal officials, and ward committee members. And the budget set aside is about 6 million. Madam Speaker, we have been trying to intervene through Section 139 interventions in different municipalities, and a number of them have been under Section 139. And I must indicate that from where I'm sitting, I don't think that those interventions have yielded positive results. That is why, working together with the Finance Department in the province led by Honorable Khosho, Salga, the Premier, and so on, we are putting our heads together to come up with other means of intervention in those municipalities to ensure that they perform their constitutional obligations. I did earlier on indicate that one of the things that are creating unnecessary problems in municipalities is skills. We have therefore resolved to conduct skills and qualifications audit in different municipalities, because we have acknowledged that despite the fact that in other municipalities senior positions are occupied, positions are occupied, and so on, and more often than not, those positions are occupied by people who don't have relevant academic qualifications or who don't have acquired or required skills. That is why we have therefore decided that we are starting with the skills audit. We have already started with this process. Teams are on the ground, but effectively, in line with their budgets, in line with their financial years and so on, our teams will be starting in earnest on the 1st of July this year, which is 60 days from now. So they will be working in those municipalities to ensure that there are proper interventions and so on. And where there is a need for us to extend training, we shall do so. Where there is a need for us to move people around, we shall do so. but we'll only be able to succeed with the cooperation of these different municipalities. And I must indicate it has not been easy to get the 100% cooperation from some of them, but we are pushing them because they have no option, they will have to cooperate. In tandem with the skills audit, we are at an advanced stage, Honorable Speaker, to finalize the implementation of our local government turnaround strategy, to create and strengthen real-time, early warning-orientated system, rapid response interventions in municipalities. We want that system as well to start operating fully in municipalities by the 1st of July, because we want to monitor municipalities on a daily basis, not on a monthly basis. Now, through a touch of button, we'll know in each and every municipalities what is happening on each and every day. Is there progress? Is there regression? Where do we need to intervene, and so on? So this system will start by the 1st of July. Now, Madam Speaker, the partnership we have with the University of the Northwest, wherein the university has availed services of more than 700 postgraduate students to support programs of the department which we are taking to municipalities. And I must indicate we have interacted with MERSITA, we are interacting with LGCITA in order for them to inject some resources into this program. Because with the budget that we have, we'll not be able to use all of them, all the 700 which the university have made available. But for now, we are going to take 100, we are starting with 100 in different skills who will go to municipalities to go and assist in those municipalities. And once LGCITA, MERSITA respond positively, we'll then increase the number. Madam Speaker, most of our municipalities, particularly Matlosana, Rustenburg, Madibeng, Khetleng, Naledi, Ramotshere, Tswaing, Mamusa, Lekwatemani, Ditsobota, and Matkwasi Hills, they owe ESCOM, they owe water boards a lot of money. The debt as we stand is about 5,390,000,000, which we owe to ESCOM and the water boards. And there is a need for us to intervene and intervene expeditiously. But you will recall, Madam Speaker, that the Minister of Finance has issued Circular 124, which is trying to deal with the debts encountered by different municipalities. And he has said, if municipalities can pay their current accounts for the 3 financial years without them defaulting, if municipalities can demonstrate that they have the capacity to can collect revenue from those who are owing municipalities and so on, over time that debt will be written off. And that affected municipalities must apply to the departments in order for them to be part of the scheme. I have now written to both the Minister of Finance, Minister of Public Enterprises, and ESCOM itself, indicating that these municipalities, we want them to be part of the scheme. And I've also sent a team to these municipalities to go and assist those municipalities to comply with the conditions as outlined in Circular 124. And we are hopeful that this debt will be written off. We are hopeful that municipalities will ensure that they meet the conditions as set out by the minister. Municipal audit outcomes are also a serious challenge. And in this instance, Madam Speaker, you will realize that municipalities are not moving out of the red. They are just moving out of the red a little bit, go to amber, go back to red, and so on. And we can't have this situation continuing. We have therefore, working together with Department of Finance, again, put our heads together and we have sent teams. As we speak, the Department of Finance have sent the provincial ex-correps to different municipalities. We have sent a team from the department to different municipalities to go and ensure that municipalities get out of the red. We want them to improve the audit outcomes, and we are hoping that we will succeed in this area. The district development model, the Deputy President has indicated that where the district development model is in place, things are working for the better for our people. We have requested everybody to send their documents to the department, which they did on the 31st of March. on their one district plan and so on, and we have assessed it. And we are worried, Honorable Premier, that we need to strengthen this area because sister departments or departments that are supposed to be taking part in the district development model, some of them are not participating. And this is creating unnecessary problems. Now we want to request departments again, all sector departments, that they need to ensure that they participate and they participate fully. We are happy that in Ruth Sekgomotse Mompati, there is a lot of progress in that particular area. Hopefully, these other 3 districts will follow suit. Madam Speaker, the use of conditional grants for service delivery is not efficient in the province. We already know, all of us, that what has happened. As a province, we have now lost 448 million through the stoppages by the National Treasury, which was part of the conditional grant for 2022-2023 financial year. And it was on the municipal infrastructure grant, which we lost 238 million, RBIC 119 million, WISIG 34 million, and INEP at 56 million. Now, looking into the challenges that we have in the province, we can't afford to lose this money as a province. It's a money which is meant for service delivery. It's money that is meant for our people and so on. We have therefore decided to intervene in this area. Our teams are there to assist municipalities that come the next financial year, no cent must be lost. But I must indicate that in our discussion that we had with the Department of Water and Sanitation, we have agreed that if a municipality in the Northwest is unable to spend the money, we must not lose the money to other provinces, but that money must go to other municipalities in the province that have got the capacity to can spend the money. And we'll talk about that as we go forward. Now, in this financial year, 2022-2023, 3 municipalities have already benefited from that arrangement that we have with the Department of Water and Sanitation. And 75 million from the grant reallocation, which was due for MIG allocations, have now been transferred to municipalities that have spent their money. And those municipalities are Mahikeng, because Mahikeng was able to spend 100% of their allocated grant. They've now received 40 million more. Naledi municipality, which has also spent 100% of their grant, they more. Tswaing municipality have also received 10 million extra. So these are the 3 municipalities which must be an example to these other municipalities that are not spending their money. It looks like honorable members who are from other municipalities are jealous. That's why they are not clapping hands, because their municipalities did not benefit from this. But Mahikeng, Naledi, Tswaing, you are doing well. Continue to be a shining example in this province. We have as well, Madam Speaker.
Honorable Maloi, hold on. Members in the gallery, you are not yet honorable members. Please wait till that time. You are not allowed to participate. Here, Honorable Maloi was referring to his colleagues, honorable members in this house. It's a good thing, but please don't clap your hands. Thank you.
Madam Speaker, like I said earlier on, working together with Provincial Treasury, working together with the Office of the Premier, we have now sent teams to different municipalities. Those teams are there to ensure that these municipalities, they do spend this money. Working together with the university, we are sending graduates to intervene in areas where there are challenges to ensure that these municipalities, they do spend their money. We are involving MISA, which is the Municipal Infrastructure Support Agency, Department of Minerals and Energy, Department of Water and Sanitation, and so on, together, ensuring that these municipalities, they do spend their money. What the Department of Water and Sanitation has already done, monies that have been allocated for the next financial year for municipalities, they've done an assessment already and came to a conclusion that in certain municipalities, they might not be able to spend 100%. We are planning now as to what do we do. And we have also identified municipalities that we are convinced that they will spend 100%. That once these other municipalities don't spend, that money will not be lost from this province. On water and sanitation, just in summary quickly, Madam Speaker, a report by the Department of Water and Sanitation has revealed that the implementation of water services is at risk, and if not achieved, it will create serious problems in the province. According to the report, 80% of our municipalities experience a huge backlog on water and sanitation infrastructure, which makes it difficult to reduce a backlog in the affected municipalities. We have already made some strides. We have completed the Suolong water supply infrastructure project in this financial year 2022-2023, and which has assisted a number of our people in that area, including Bataung, Maubani Traditional Council. The clinic there has also benefited from this. We further proud ourselves to announce that over 2,340 households in Ritpan